Before the video starts, I just want to mention that I have started streaming over on Twitch. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night, I'll be live from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, done chilling, onto the video. Today we'll be looking at Strelitzia. With the recent update to the Union Cross mobile game, it was all but confirmed that the Spectre from Chain of Memories is Strelitzia. There are many allusions to the final boss of Chain of Memories. There's this scene here where Strelitzia says she wants to stand behind Marluxia, or this scene here where Marluxia says that once she's strong enough to carry him on her back, that's when they would team up. Even the coat she's wearing at the end of the scene is reminiscent to the Nobody boss in Chain of Memories. The sleeves are long and wide at the ends, covering her hands, and a hood covers her eyes, though her hair and the lower half of her face are still visible. I'll hold off on theorizing about what this scene means since Damo actually did a fantastic job on his video. I'll leave a link down below to that. Anyways, the only other thing I wanted to note about this scene was the flowers here. It seems like both Laurium and Strelitzia have an affinity with flowers. It seems that Laurium comes here a lot since Strelitzia thought to look here. Both the giant Nobody boss and Marluxia use the same kind of scythes, so this makes me think that there may be some kind of family line of scythe or flower keyblade wielders. Anyways, now let's look at the Chain of Memories fight. For this video, I'll primarily be focusing on the Chain of Memories fight. This is more detailed and has two phases rather than the one phase seen in the GBA version. I will, however, show how the attacks look in the GBA version when a similar attack appears. At the start of the battle, Marluxia summons the Spectre with a whirling tornado. Flower petals whip around before the wind dies down, revealing the boss. You can see a Nobody sigil on it, which of course means this is a Nobody. We do know that Strelitzia was killed during the events of Union Cross, so it's possible that her will is strong enough to create a Nobody. A flower sprouts above the head, showing Marluxia atop it. Twin scythe heads are the weapons this Nobody uses, though we can't see the handle of them, nor can we see any hands holding them. As the camera pans around the boss, we can see tears on the Spectre's face. Marluxia bathes himself in light before two wings shoot up behind him. I found it a little odd that Marluxia summoned additional wings for an already flying Nobody, but I actually think this is supposed to be Strelitzia's hair. The way this shot is lined up makes it look like there's two braids of hair behind the Nobody in a style similar to Strelitzia's. Also, while I have her on screen, I want to point out that she has the number 11 or 9 in her hair, depending on how you look at it. Marluxia is actually number 11 in the organization, which makes me think this is a subtle nod to that. Now let's look at the combat. The first attack is a shockwave attack. The scythes will glow before the Spectre does a 2-hit attack, sending forward 2 waves of energy. Flower petals are seen flying around during all these attacks, so I won't be pointing that out every time. After both waves fly past you, energy will shoot up from the ground where they pass over. If you damage one of the scythes, only one of the waves will be sent forward. The next attack is a projectile attack. Marluxia will swipe his hand in front of himself, spawning a plate of energy in front of him. Flowers will circle around this plate, with one moving to the center to trigger the attack. After the flower reaches the center of the plate, an X pattern wave homes in on you. You can actually evade this pretty easily by jumping over them if you can't break the card. This attack will change in the different parts of the first phase. In the first part, there will be 3 flowers that shoot at you. After damaging a scythe, 4 flowers will appear, and after damaging both, 5 flowers will appear. Another attack Marluxia can use is this flower homing attack. 3 flowers will circle around you, occasionally shooting at you. To get rid of these flowers, you can either break the card when it appears, or deal enough damage to it. There are 2 kinds of ultimate attacks in this first phase. One is a Mega Flare-like attack. The camera will pan in towards Marluxia as he charges up. You can see dark thorns circling around him, as well as pink energy. The orb of light grows larger as flower petals are drawn towards it. After a second, everything condenses into the orb before it explodes. Petals seem to fly towards you after this, as seen by this effect here. The other ultimate attack shows Marluxia charging up an orb of darkness in the air. The orb expands and darkens the screen before it changes the arena. The arena is now flying towards this light in the distance. Your cards are all blacked out during this section. Earlier, I had mentioned that there are parts to this phase. After damaging each scythe, it'll break and the Spectre will change some of its attacks. Once both are damaged, you will be able to easily target the main body. You can actually lock onto it before this though. If you do enough damage to the main body, the scythes will break, moving the battle onto the third part. During this part, there will be 2 additional attacks added. There is a dash attack where the Spectre will charge towards you, flying out of the arena before charging back again. In the GBA version, breaking the card will allow you to jump on the back of the Spectre and deal damage. This was repurposed into a second phase in the remake. The other attack is a diving strike. The Spectre will shoot into the air before diving down near you. This creates a shockwave that spreads out on the ground. And that is it for the first phase. After dealing the finishing blow, the screen whites out before you're transported to the back of the Spectre. As the camera moves past the Spectre, we can see that the hood and cloak are now torn. Marluxia is now standing with dark thorns circling around him, and a second Spectre can be seen standing behind him holding a scythe. This one does not have a Nobody sigil on them. A red skull adorns their head with yellow eyes. The teeth of this actually look really similar to Strelitzia's bangs. In the Data Marluxia battle in Kingdom Hearts 3, we actually see a skull fly out of a pool of darkness to damage you. I assume both of these skulls allude to the death of Strelitzia, but it could definitely just be the death motif that surrounds Marluxia. If you look closely at the face of this Spectre, you can see that there are no tears falling from her eyes, and that there is also no smile. Other than that, the only other thing I noticed was the 2 sets of wings, one white and one black. This probably stands for the Angel of Death and the Grim Reaper. The surrounding area is a set of spinning rings with roses adorning them. 2 attacks are carried over from the first phase, the homing flower attack where the flowers circle you, and the mega flare attack. Alongside these attacks, there is also a teleporting scythe attack that the Spectre can do. The Spectre will sink its scythe into the ground, throwing forward a wave of energy. Energy pours out of the hole created in the ground, and you can also see energy circling the Spectre as well. Marluxia uses a number of different slates during this phase. Whirlwind to the Void is a set of 3 mini tornadoes that fly towards you. If you get hit, all of your cards will be spread out across the arena. While you can dodge this, you need to watch out for the wind to come circling back. If you stay near the edge when you dodge this, the wind will cancel out against the wall. Another slate is Doom. Marluxia will shoot forward dark thorns that trap you in place. A countdown will appear over your head, and the Spectre will slowly move towards you. To get free, you need to break through 6 of his cards. If you don't escape, the Spectre will slice at you, instantly defeating you. Gale of Severance is the last slate in the first part, which shows the Spectre flapping its wings, creating a strong gust of air that pushes you to the edge of the arena. After dealing enough damage, Marluxia will use 2 more slates. Circle Reject has the Spectre teleporting close to you and slamming the bottom of their scythe against the ground, pushing out a shockwave. You can easily jump over this to avoid damage. Omni Laser has Marluxia spawning flowers on the outside of the arena that all shoot a beam at you. This will rotate during the attack. I haven't found a super reliable way to dodge this, but as always you can just break the slate with your own cards. The flowers actually appear on the rings a bit before the attack triggers, which should give you enough time to get an attack ready to break the slate. And I think that is it. After you defeat Marluxia, the camera will pan over him and the Spectre. Marluxia reaches towards Sora before he disappears, leaving behind darkness and petals. There are a couple of small details I want to point out before I end this video. One of them is that breaking a card will cause both Marluxia and the Spectre to react. Also, I love the design of the cards in this fight. It was a small detail, but having the Spectre appear alongside Marluxia was really cool. And that is all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed. I would love to know your thoughts on these 2 Spectres. Is one of them the nobody left behind when Strelitzia died, and the other something different, or do you think they're the same? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, the cards on screen show the places where I'm sometimes active, so follow the links down below to stay connected. If you enjoyed this, click the cards on screen to see some other breakdowns I've done. Subscribe or share this, and I'll see you in the next video.